A very warm welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is our Union campaign, which has been ongoing for some time now. We're pushing up into double-digit episodes, so if you've missed what's happened so far, why not go back and check out the playlist? I'll put a link to the playlist in a pinned comment. There'll be a link in the description, or you can just click on my channel and go back to wherever you were up to, or start from the very beginning if you're new here. As always, this video will be chaptered, so if there's bits you want to skip, you can go ahead and do that, but we're going to kick straight off into a battle. We're fighting at Carrollton, Arkansas. That's in northwest Arkansas. Our force, the Southwest Missouri force under Fremont, is taking on Dabner H. Maury with his army of Tennessee, I believe, operating over here in Arkansas. And we are fighting the battle on this battlefield here. It's a map that I don't know if I've been on, or certainly not this section of it, maybe. I'm just going to close off this and have a little look. Pine Mountain. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Actually, maybe I have fought on this one. I'm not sure if I recorded one on here, but it's probably been a while. Near Deweyville. Cool. So we've got the objective, which looks like here, Mount Riddle Church. Nice. Yeah, that is the only objective on the map. So we've got to attack. Even though the enemies come to attack us, it's just the way this game works sometimes. But attacking makes things more challenging, as I always say. Let's come out of this HQ view. Let's have a quick look at what's going on here. Some fairly open terrain for him to deploy in. If he's clever, he'll use this creek as well, so we'll have to probably push through the woods, or certainly through this right-hand side, because crossing the stream is no easy thing in this game. Let's quickly review our forces and what we've got here. So like I say, we're under Fremont. Let's get those guys up here. It's a small army, but it's not really an army even. It's barely a corps, if we're honest. We've got no cavalry either, which sucks. I've queued up some cavalry now into this western theatre. So we've got some cavalry that's going to join this force. So we've got the 1st Division under Alfred Terry with 7,210 infantrymen. Fairly well armed infantrymen. Let's just quickly go through these brigades. What we got here? Springfield Rifle Muskets with Benton. Mississippi Rifles for Rufus King, and more Springfield Rifles for Augustus Moore's Brigade. So this is a nice, solid infantry force. I like that these numbers of troops here are kind of, sort of historically accurate for the amount of troops that will be operating in this theatre. I quite like that. I like that the forces are a little smaller. Let's have a look at the guns here. We've got Slocum's Division with a couple of batteries of 24-pounders, or battalions rather. Battery, battalion. I use those words interchangeably. I mean, it's, you know what I mean when I'm saying either, I'm sure. Okay, so that's that. The plan is basically we're going to march up and we're going to find out where he's deployed, what he's done. The last time we fought an offensive battle, he wasn't deployed anywhere near any of the objectives, so that was fairly interesting. So we'll see where he is. We'll advance up here towards Deweyville and then see what's what. Let's get started. We'll send Terry up first. So Terry's guys are on the move. I want to get them up there first. I don't want the guns to be the first to arrive. Rufus King in the lead there. Alright, so they're getting moving. Let's get the guns up a little. All our guys here with red trousers. Nice. Very smooth. We are lacking a little in decent artillery, but we have got a whole bunch of Parrott rifles arriving. We have got the 20 and 30 pounder Parrotts, but their slow rate of fire is kind of deterring me from putting them into these forces straight away. The 30-pound Parrott, much as it's got a 3,000 yard range, only fires one shot a minute, which is not the best for these small scale engagements, really. Take a quick look at the numbers here. Even, almost identical, in fact. He has us on guns. I think he has 49 guns, I want to say. I seem to remember from the tooltip. This is the following day I'm recording this, so I didn't go straight into this battle. We recorded the episodes coming out today, the day after the battle, so it's not fresh in my mind, but I'm sure they had 49 guns. So obviously if you're watching these back to back, you're probably thinking, why does he not know how many guns they had? You've just been on that. But, you know, it's a bit different when you've been recording them. Let's speed this up. And if you're watching these videos as they're dropping, I hope you're having some nice weather where you are. It's very nice here. High 20s Celsius. No, maybe 80 Fahrenheit. So the time is 13:20 now, so we'll get up here, we'll see what's what. See where he is. If I was him, I'd probably deploy here. Some artillery up on this hill maybe. Infantry behind some parapets or breastworks. I think that's how I would roll with it. Be interesting to see what he does. I keep referring to the AI as he. You know what I mean. You know fine well what I mean. The AI, he, him, the Confederates, whatever. Okay, I'm going to advance on this churchyard. We'll get a little closer. And we'll then get some skirmishers out, see if we can see him. If we can't spot him when we've advanced up to this Deweyville church. Mount Riddle Church here. It doesn't look much like a church to me. Maybe it's not church, maybe it's something else, and this should be the church. Maybe this looks like a lot like a church to me. Oh, halt. So he's deployed there. I was not expecting that. So then the defense is facing that way, which is northwestish. Okay, well, can we give halt orders to these guys? Because I'm going to have to redeploy. Maybe we could just redeploy them as is. But now I've given the halt order. I am not sure. I'm going to give halt orders because that makes more sense to me. But I sure as heck was not expecting him here, facing this way. I've sent out some skirmishers to kind of screen our movements while we get ourselves squared away. Oh, Rufus King has stopped. That's okay. Excellent. The artillery seems to have stopped as well. Great. Let's see if we can get a shot in here. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to because of all the trees. Trees are the ultimate obstacle to these guns. Yeah. All right. I don't even know if he's noticed us. He hasn't changed or redeployed or nothing. So morale-wise, we're on 59.9. He's on 68.9. How can his morale be that high? I mean, I know we're fighting in his territory, but still. It's not going to be a cakewalk, this. It's going to be a difficult attack. Mississippi Rifles engaging at range. Trimble's brigade dug in there. I'm going to try and put these guys into the church. See what happens. Commenters are always saying, put your skirmishers in buildings, but, you know, I never do that, really. Okay, so I'm going to send Rufus King's men over this way. Okay, we're angling around to attack from this flank. I think his men are armed with smoothbores still, which obviously suits us down to the ground because we can give long range fire. I know it's not going to break them or anything, but it's going to cause casualties and problems. 15 dead already, or dead and wounded. So these guys aren't advancing into the building. No. We'll give some fire. We'll see if an opportunity presents itself to get into the building, but they don't seem to want to do that just now. In fact, where the hell are they going? He's switching his cavalry around. I doubt we're going to get any shot with these guns. Oh, we can't actually, but they are slightly out of range. Always enjoy these smaller engagements. Good fun. Did we not order him to pull around? Well, we'll get more to go around instead. Ah, actually, so no, there's no range at all. No way we're gonna hit them with the guns. I mean, even if we move them to here, we'll not get a shot off because a couple of trees stop all fire. See if Mississippi Rifle armed Rufus King skirmishers are going to go into this building. Not sure. It's starting to take a toll on Trimble's brigade. 50 men down. Even though they're in cover as well. Hey, we are in the building. We're in the buildings. I'm not sure if that... Yeah, I think it's a pretty good move. Fire coming from all the buildings, but we're under fire with artillery fire, so God knows how that's going to work out. Oh, it's not going to work out that well by the look of things. Is he going to come in here for some melee combat? Benton in contact. Well, get in there, Benton, and get into contact. Yeah, so this hasn't really worked out that well, actually, with the buildings, I don't think. We'll see, though. I'm going to call this guy skirmishers in, because I feel like they're pretty much just in the way there. Trimble's men are lost 100 casualties now. I'm happy just to engage this one brigade while the rest are sitting back. Suits us. However, Rufus King skirmishers are starting to take some casualties here. Let's bring up our glorious leader, Fremont, a little closer to the front. Fairly heavily engaged here. Trimble's brigade. Why is he not bringing some more guys forward to support them? I'm not sure. He must be happy to hold this defensive area. Alright, so Augustus Moore's men are tired now. Let's unlimber and see if they can get a shot, but I doubt they will. Nah, nothing. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Ooh, he's moving his car forward. Let's be aware of that. Where are the skirmishers still in here? Yes, they are. 21 casualties for those guys now. Shifting Walker's brigade. Oh, we're getting a shot off with the guns as well. Nice. Idle again. Well, one of the guns is firing. I guess they must have a little angle. Skirmishers will break soon, but I'm going to keep them in here anyway. Almost out of ammunition too. Moore's men, very tired. But other than skirmishers, we haven't really lost any men, really, to be honest. The skirmish is broken. It was to be expected. I mean, they've suffered quite a lot of casualties there. Let's pull those skirmishers back in, let them rearm themselves, and we'll get them back out. Oh, his cavalry on the move. Our boys are very tired here. Church is looking a little worse for wear. We're pouring the fire into Trimble, but he's still holding fast. Well, I'd wanted to get skirmishers back out, but it seems it's not happening. Augustus Moore, yeah, suffering a little here with Walker's brigade at very close range. I'm reluctant to pull him out because usually you suffer a bit of morale penalties as you're withdrawn under fire. Let's see if he can hold until we can break Trimble. Nope. Rufus King is not letting skirmishers out. I guess these guys probably won't either because they're engaged. And even if they did, we're going to have to march them around the place. No, he didn't. Right. Looks like we're all but destroying this town of Deweyville. Town, well, village, whatever you want to call it. 1,000 casualties for Trimble's brigade. They're still hanging on here. Augustus Moore and Walker, kind of even casualties. We're doing okay here. These are experienced troops, so I think they can probably deal with that bit of morale penalty from the fatigue. But they will need a rest soon. I'm going to pull him back a little bit. Let's see if he can cope with that. Hopefully he won't break. We need him to rest up a little. $1,100 casualties for Trimble's brigade. Yes, I think we've pulled out of range of their... I guess they've probably got mixed carve weapons. The enemy's retreating. Alright. What a strange battle this was. Why did he not move any of his men in? I don't know. This was a weird one. A very strange battle. Well, I wouldn't have pulled him back if I'd known that, but, well, they've done their bit anyway. Major victory. Whoa, he's lost 1,800 men. Well, I suppose, yeah, actually, well, they've lost over 1,000. 1,300 casualties there for those guys. He's broken at last. Alright, so that's Maurice and packing here. 2,000 men almost lost. He did have 50 guns, it says. I think it was 49 on the campaign map. We lost 300 men, so fairly negligible if I'm honest. And that's a major victory for us. We've defended Carrollton again, which we've taken from the Confederacy. Let's have a little look what's going on here. As I said in the previous episode, our problems are not on the battlefield or the campaign, or it's nothing like that. It's financial. We're really struggling with our finances here. Despite the fact I haven't done anything crazy, I haven't built any massive things, we haven't got huge fleets, we haven't got huge armies. In fact, our fleet is smaller than the Confederate fleet, apparently. And in terms of army, we're almost the same as the Confederates, so I don't understand why our credit rating's tanked the way it has. So we captured 900 rifles, didn't capture any men, killed 217 of them, so what? 1,500 plus wounded? Okay. It's how can they be burning that down? We had a depot here and it just flashed up there burning down. How can that be? There's no way that was in Confederate control. No way. Anyway, we're moving Buell down here to give a bit of support. And the plan is actually... Well, the plan had been to move Lyon across to Little Rock, but I'm not sure now, to be honest. So I'm going to give Lyon the river expedition. No, I'm not, actually, because much as I would like that, the rivers aren't really navigable because we don't have enough state support, which is pretty annoying. So we can't use the rivers that much. So I think maybe foot cavalry, no. Flying column, 10% faster movement speed and 50% extra supplies. Let's go with that one. So I'm going to nip across here with him. We're going to take Fort Smith. We're going to pull back to Little Rock. And from Little Rock, we're actually going to pull nearer to the Mississippi. And we're going to try and threaten this area down here. Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. That's what we want. That's the target here, New Orleans. So we've got a siege going on here at Memphis, where we're facing the Army of the West with 16,000 men. Our guys, the 2nd Engineers, only 4,000 of them. But we are moving across with Sherman, and we're going to fight a battle here once he gets there. If they can hold out that long. I mean, they should be able to, but you never can tell. I formed a new river squadron here. It's just got the one ship in it for now, because we can't really afford to build any, so we're waiting for these ships that we've captured to get back to some kind of readiness. Basically, we're going to send them down the river as well. This was a cotton clad we captured. I've just renamed it USS Ohio because it's going into this squadron called the Ohio Squadron. And we'll knock some of these other ships in once they've been rebuilt. Maybe the schooner as well. I've pulled these out of one of the larger fleets, out of the fleet in the Chesapeake Bay, because I don't think we need them there since we've knocked the rebel fleet out of being. And we'll probably redeploy them somewhere else. But anyway, for now, let's press play and let's see how this goes. National morale has gone down to 72 at least. But as you can see, Menfield is not miles apart, and his navy is larger than ours, which is crazy. 50,000 casualties for him, 18,600 for us. Yeah. So our blockades are causing him some trouble anyway. The overall situation hasn't really changed much from the last episode, obviously, since there's not really that much happened in between. Front line still pretty much the same. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Ford's Cavalry. That's a new one. I've never seen those. So the siege here is a bit of an issue. We need Sherman to get his butt over there and sort it out. And he's doing just that, I think. Is he going by rail? No, he's marching. Right, so he's joined this now. Order the commander to assault and attempt to carry the enemy works, but we are defending, right? So I don't know. Our army's way bigger than his. 43% chance of victory. Disaster at Memphis. You've got to be... Oh. This game really annoys me sometimes. Like, that was ridiculous. Banks withdrawn. Oh, what's going on there? Okay, so we're gonna have to go back and we're gonna take him on. We'll take him out with Grant. I should just convert that straight to a battle there. How annoying. So he's pulling out of the Shenandoah. Which, I mean, he was never there to fight anyway, but that must mean there's an enemy army coming up here, which is definitely a problem. I'm going to pull McDowell back up here. We haven't got many troops in Virginia. He's got quite a lot. But we do have Steedman down here. Let's go and take Petersburg. Someone's actually coming to take Winchester there. Okay. Well, it looks like we're going to have another fight over here as well. Lots going on. McClellan's going to move back towards Stanton. So his Army of the West is just pulling straight across here. I mean, come on, get this sorted out. Right, so his Army of the West and Army of West Tennessee have come together there, and we get no reinforcements because these guys are retreating, even though Sherman didn't even engage there, but, you know, never mind. So that's the next battle, basically. So we're going to have 2 battles in this episode. Let's get going. Hopefully it won't be the damn Shiloh battlefield again. I hate that one, but it will be, I think, because it's the Battle of Bolivar. There's no way in hell we should have lost that siege of Memphis. And there's no way that Sherman and his superior force should go scuttling back away from that small enemy force. It's a joke, that, really. And that's one of those kind of things. I don't want to be too negative about the game, but that's one of those things that kind of annoys me about the mechanics of this game, because that would never, ever, ever have happened. Oh, God, it is the Shiloh battlefield again. This is just awful map, this one. All right, what are we defending here? This place, right? Confederates are going to be coming in from the Hamburg and Purdy Road. Now, we'll cut back in once I've set up the defences. All right, then. So I've done a little bit of a setup here. I mean, I'm sure we all know how this works by now. We set up some defences. The AI marches around them if you can. Or you come and attack us somewhere. Let's see how this goes. Let's get started. So I've set up like a division over here with carbon support. Our main force is kind of clustered in this little tight area. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. I'm going to send out Hurlbut's guys for a bit of scouting. Keep Custer here with their Hall carbines. We'll get them into the works if need be. Harney's division is holding our left flank. Thomas's division, I think it's Thomas's division. Yeah, Thomas's division are in these main defences. Our guns can't get a shot at anything. As is usual on this map, like nothing at all. But yeah, that's about the size of it. We've got one brigade. It's stable, but they are flashing. I think they'll recover a bit, so they should go back to probably about 60% or so. So where do we think they were coming in from? The Hamburg Road, that's right. I mean, there's a labyrinth of roads they can choose, of course, but I suspect that's where they're coming from. It's going to be another pain in the butt battle. I assume this map is awful. Absolutely awful. I suspect he's probably going to push his main force down here. Which obviously means we'll need to reposition slightly, but that's fine. We've got a reserve division here who can easily move over to this side. We've got Hooker and his troops who've got some experience. Our most experienced brigade is... where are they? These guys here. Under Buchanan now, who's taken over from the injured Hancock. Hurlbut's Cav pushing out. Mixed cavalry weapons. We're short on cavalry weapons. And lots of other weapons as well. Yeah. We can actually spot the smoke coming up in the distance here. Well, not smoke, the dust from the march. Okay, so they are coming down this road. So what we'll do, ready, we'll get one brigade over this way. Not quite there, though. Let's see. Yeah, they're pushing down this road, as we said, as well as I guess there would be. Some cavalry in the lead. Maxey's brigade, bring it on. No shot to be had. I mean, we can't hit anything. I'm going to put Buchanan's brigade here. We'll pull them back if we need to, though. They're armed with Mississippi, so this gives them some nice range. Oh, nice. Don't tell me they can cross here. No. I was going to say. Oh, these guns... The 20-pounders have got a range, actually. That's pretty good. The 20-pound parrots. Again, I'm not sure how effective they'll be at that range, but it seems promising that they can fire from there. It would be great if these guys would just pull forward and engage the enemy, but they just won't do it. And we're just spinning around with the Kentucky Volunteers as well. This whole force is arriving. Pull Hooker's boys back. This. I mean, what are you doing? He's pushing in force over this way. Broken those skirmishers. Nice. Send our skirmish detachments forwards a little bit. Get those rifles working. I think he's getting the better of us up here. Whoa. Why have these guys come out of the defences? No. Get back to your post. I know they're probably using initiative, but I don't want that. Not there. Are you crazy? Okay, I was going to send Harney this way. I'm going to send Harney swinging around. The skirmishers are pulling out. the Hookers boys here to hold this line. Time to call Buchanan skirmishers in. I'm putting Minty and his carve in position here. Give some support. Harney's on the march. Excellent. We'll hopefully get up here to the road and then we're going to swing them down. We don't need scouts, that's for sure. Colston's brigade pushing right up in here. It's Patrick Claiborne's division. Dismount Hurlbut and we're going to send him in to give some fire into this detachment. Hooker's doing just fine here. Oh. Okay, well, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting this. Cavalry approaching, infantry coming. Okay, well. Let's see what happens here. It'd be nice if Hawkins gets his order to get into these defences to hold that flank. That's a nice move from the AI, actually. I did not see that coming. Genuinely. Couple of brigades coming this way. That's nicely done, actually. I'm really quite impressed. Jackson's brigade, not sure which Jackson, but one of them. Is this Cav going to hit us in the flank here, or are they going to go towards the defences? If they had any sense, they would hit the flank. If they do, we'll move Hawkins forward, of course. We go with Iron Discipline for these guys. It's one of those perks I really like. Oh, so the cav actually came forward here. We missed that. Never mind. Not to much effect, at least, it seems. If 60 men killed or wounded. Tillman's brigade stuck in the creek. He's swinging his guys around, or trying to at least. That's McCall's brigade. Jackson's brigade's being held up here in the woods, taking fire. I've moved Wagner across, just a small unit here, but I think should be enough. Trying to move these guns, but they are spazzing out in the creek. Oh, he's got an infantry brigade coming forward, so we will pull a little bit back. And we'll get Cook forward into this fight. Alright, so we're going to launch a counter-attack here. Pushing forward with Rowley's brigade. Dilbert's managed to extricate himself there, no problems. Nice battle here, I enjoyed this one. Even though I really wasn't looking forward to it on this map. This, I'm not enjoying so much. So our cavalry mostly operates as kind of mounted infantry units. Simply because cavalry is pretty damn weak in this game when mounted. This might even go to the second day at this rate. I mean, I don't see why or how. It seems pretty untenable for the Confederacy, but, you know, seem keen to fight on. I would like to push across the river with some of these troops, but it's not happening. Hooker in contact, yeah. He sure is. We can feel the pressure slackening off. I think they're pulling out. Yeah, we very much kicked his butt here. Ooh, Hurlbutt nervous. Did they get charged maybe? We must have missed that if they did. So Custer and his Cav mounted up after some of these guns. Well, at least we've done this, and we'll have to push back now and take Memphis back. Pain in the butt. We're all under fire from all sides, but you know, doesn't seem that bothered. Yeah, he's pretty bothered. No prisoners taken again, no doubt. Yeah, he just teleported out. Okay. Minor victory. 780 casualties. 780 casualties to his 6,000. Minor. Okay. Another victory to chalk up. Okie dokie then. So 5,879 men lost altogether. 721 kills. 362 captured. We took 3,000 rifles and 16 guns from them. Alright. So, do we have to go back to Memphis now? Or? Not really sure. What does this just revert back to us? I genuinely have no idea. No. Okay. So, let's get the second engineers back over here. We'll maybe build a fort there. Not that we can afford it, but what else can we do? Not that much. Okay, so that's that. We have problems in Virginia. We know there's a Confederate force in the valley here. Got 14,000 men under McClellan pushing down towards Stanton. I'm pulling back the Army of Virginia. Almost 40,000 men to the north end of the Shenandoah. That's going to leave Patterson with about 40,000 men covering this section. Remember, we're moving in with Steedman to try and take Petersburg. So all these things should be giving him a headache. Let's have a quick look what's available here. Nothing much. I don't think any of this is going to give us any extra finances. We don't need more recruits. We need money. That's what we need. Really, really need money. You can see we're going up and down and up and down. Little credit rating jump here from when we did war bonds, which was handy, of course. And we're working on... Oops, wrong menu. We're working on the Tariff Act. 9 more days. That should help bring in some money. So we'll see. Halleck Skies are going to be up to about just under 8,000. So it might be that we move them down towards Memphis because we do need a garrison. That's quite an important place. We've taken Holly Springs here with the depot that comes with it. Okay. So that's actually a foothold in Mississippi. And we've taken this as well, a foundry. If I had some more men, I'd like to raise another force to come and take Nashville. We can't even take these forts. That's how dire the situation is at the moment in terms of troops. I'm going to speed things up. I mean, obviously we're not going to do another battle because the episode's getting quite long, but I'd like to see where this is going. Hang on, he's actually pushing somebody towards the north there in Virginia. Army of Northern Virginia, right? So 25,000 men. So that's a new army. Army of the Northwest, 14,000. Army of the Shenandoah, 26,000. I mean, where the hell's Banks retreating to? Baltimore. You can't be serious. Hampton Division down here with 25,000 men. It's going a bit crazy, this, in terms of how many men he has available. We do have our Parrott rifles now, so let's give some of these out. Okay, so wherever the Confederates stop, they seem to build a depot, and I suspect they're building one here, so there's an army there. Well, we're due for a massive showdown here, basically, and Washington is pretty much open. Virginia it's causing us problems here. This is actually a real issue, and we're going to have to recruit some men, basically. I'm going to have to do that now. Much as I didn't want to spend any money, but we need some more troops here. It's 10,000, you know. Not amazing. But how am I going to hold this? And I can't believe Banks is pissed off all the way to Baltimore. Like, really? We haven't spotted anybody up here. So we have been very briefly back to BBB, but then I recruited those 10,000 men and we're straight back down. Medium range carbines. Now, this is a project I might actually chuck some money at. However, I would also like to be able to go to full cause. So let's see, what do we need for that? We're nearly there for organisation reform, so maybe we'll just hang on for that. Because at the moment, we can't have full armies. We only have core-size armies in the field, which is making life a little tricky, actually. So this army of Tennessee, they're strengthening up to 15,000 men. He just seems to have unlimited resources here. Yeah, so this is crazy. Where's he getting these men from? How has he got this many troops? 2-1 outnumbered in Virginia. Why are we not getting reinforcements from the Army of Virginia? How is he pulling in reinforcements from everywhere? Unknown unit with 40,000 men. Army of Northern Virginia, 25,000 men. Army of Northwest, 15,000 men. 270 guns. I think we'll have to retreat. We'll have to pull him back towards Alexandria. The Army of Virginia will have to fight together with the Valley Department to have any chance against this, because this is not really achievable. I don't know. It's putting us in a tricky position here. Beauregard's still in charge after all these defeats, and he's got himself 3 veteran officer stars here. Patterson's fought just as many battles, but he's still inexperienced. I'm going to leave it here. We'll have a little think, and we'll get into this next time. I think we're going to have to withdraw, though. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the episode. There was a couple of nice battles in here, and then we've got this shambles going on. I mean, this just seems crazy to me. I don't know which unit this is. I don't know how there's 40,000 of them. I don't know how they're building a depot here, but we can't see them. I'm assuming that's going to be the missing unit. Yeah, that's clearly their Army of the Potomac, which is under Beauregard, surely. But we can't spot that for some reason. However, he can reinforce that fight, yet McDowell can't. Even though they're this close to each other. And in offensive mode. Baffling, annoying. I don't know. Maybe we'll fight it. I'll have a think. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Do we pull out? Do we press play battle? I'll save it right here. We'll save it right here, and we'll come back at this point. Provided nothing breaks when I reload it. It does happen sometimes that when you've engaged a battle and you save it, it doesn't carry forward. But let's see how that goes. So anyway, what do you think? Are we standing to fight this battle? Or 40,000 men against how many men there? I don't know, 100,000? 100,000 men plus 270 guns. It seems an overwhelming force. It seems a force that we're not able to contend with. Really. I don't know how he's possibly got 100,000 men here, yet he's still also got all these men over the other side. the forces are not quite as large over here, but they're still substantial. 11,000. There's 2 armies here, 9,000 plus another one we can't quite get a hold of. The Missouri State Guard, which is the larger of the two. Troops all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. So maybe I need to transfer somebody into the Eastern Theatre. Or something like that. Or do we just fight this battle and see what happens? I suspect we'd get our butt kicked. Because even the AI should be able to beat 40,000 men with 100,000, especially when you outgun us by 200 plus guns. He's also got these guys. The Hampton Division, which is not involved in this fight. That's another 25,000 men. Madness. Right, I'm going to save it now. I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Let me know what you think. Should we fight this battle? Are you not bothered? Whatever. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Ta-ra for now.